And you knew that you made a Death Star before and it didn't work. If I had failed twice, the First Order failed with a bigger one. A bigger one. So he raised her from the dead. This movie is a fantasy science fiction movie that uses force powers. Just keep that in mind when you're watching these movies. Here's the thing. I didn't fall for that.
I did.
Yeah.
I was pissed.
Yeah.
I threatened to burn Disney to the fucking ground.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
I think a lot
Congratulations, racist and sexual harassers.
This movie was a big you to the last movie, because the last movie was a big you to everybody who's spent 40 years watching Star Wars. Racist, sexist harassers needed a you as well. Too many Last Jedi about faces.
Well, maybe if the movie didn't suck so much.
Yeah, like, of course they had to... First of all, I don't know if you guys have watched Han Solo, or Solo, whatever it was. That movie's great.
Super good movie.
Yeah. That movie only tanked in the theaters because of how shitty The Last Jedi was.
Yeah.
No ifs, ands, or buts about it.
Harrison Ford. Indiana Jones is going to get remade soon with this guy.
I mean, they probably will do Indiana Jones remake, but I think they should use the guy who plays Star-Lord.
Yeah, but I like this guy. This guy's Harrison Ford.
I mean,
they may have just cloned
he's
this
Han
guy.
Solo. I don't know if he's Harrison Ford.
I think he is.
But anyway.
I wanted to hate that movie, but it was a good movie.
No, it was a good movie. Yeah, I went in expecting to hate it, and it turned out to be a good movie. So the only reason that movie did tank was because of how bad
the backlash from Last Jedi
was. Yeah, there you go.
Look at that good-looking guy.
Anyway, so that's missed opportunities. I guess that's because of so many Last Jedi about faces they missed so many opportunities.
Yeah, I guess so.
They had to spend so much time retconning what was wrong in the last movie that this movie couldn't do everything it needed to do. That's why it was 3 hours long before Disney got their hands on it.
It took them forever to fix it.
And cut it up.
42 years of backstory.
Yeah.
And you it up.
Well, yeah, I mean, well, we're gonna do Last Jedi because then that's gonna be a really good episode.
Oh yeah.
But we'll stick to this movie for now. Finn never tells her. Okay, we already did that. Star Destroyer fleet is just another Death Star in disguise. Okay, yep, that's true. It's another Death Star in disguise.
But here's the thing: there's 1,000 of them,
right?
Or however many, because we don't actually. I didn't take the time to pause it and count.
Okay, I think it's 953. I counted.
Okay.
Yeah. I might be off by one.
So that's 953. If one gets blown up, he has 952 more.
Right, exactly. He had all those years to build them. What is it? Almost 30 years?
Yeah.
Something like that. Hey, Bobby, I'm doing something.
He's calling because he liked Last Jedi.
Yeah, exactly. Well, this isn't live, right?
Could be.
No, that's good. And then we'd have to read what people were saying and yell at them.
Yeah.
And then we'd lose people.
Before it even started.
And then Space Horses.
Ewoks.
Yeah.
There you go. Gungans. I can make words up
so
too.
I heard the complaint about the Space Horses. Like, why didn't they just tip the ship over and all the Space Horses fall over? Have you guys ever watched a Star Wars movie? Like, the Empire isn't filled with the brightest people in the world.
They're assholes.
They're dumb, and they're pretty focused on one thing. I can't see them saying, "Oh, well, we should just tip the ship over." You know what I mean? That's just not what they would do. That's a dumb complaint, and I understand that. Like, why did they take the Space Horses with them? That was another complaint. Like, what, they had no reason to bring them on the ship. Well, think of like a knight in ancient times in fantasy.
Rode a horse.
Yeah, and that horse was their life.
Yeah.
You know, so they would bring the horse everywhere they went.
Look at Gandalf.
Yeah.
Gandalf rode a horse. There's even songs about it, like ride a horse.
Did we go over MacGuffins?
No, we did not.
Because MacGuffins is one of the main complaints I hear.
Yeah, I hate the word.
I hate the word. So does everybody know what a MacGuffin is?
I do.
I know what the definition is, but the definition is basically a device or an object that has no purpose other than to move the plot of a movie along. So what's the alternative? The movie doesn't move along?
No, we just sit in space. Oh, like the last movie.
Oh, the last movie. There was no MacGuffins in the last movie.
So we just sat in space and stared at a screen.
I think that what they're trying to say is that it's not creative enough just to have this object that leads them to the next space. And this is a fantasy movie. Again, I don't know why I have to keep telling people that. Like almost every fantasy movie has, oh, we found this. This leads us to this. Oh, that leads us to that. And so on and so forth until you get to the end of the movie. Going back to Marvel, take Captain America, Winter Soldier.
No,
that's MacGuffin after MacGuffin after
MacGuffin.
Or
just even Endgame.
Right.
Like, oh, we found this one. Now let's go find this one.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we messed this one up. But if we go back to this point, it was just they should Avengers MacGuffin.
Yeah.
A MacGuffin game.
Yeah.
I mean,
okay, it's not as creative as some other movies. I'll give them that. Like just having that dagger was probably not as creative as something else that can come through. But we've seen that in so many movies.
Yeah, Goonies.
Movies that we loved. Goonies, Raiders of the Lost Ark. Like, it's in everything. Stop complaining. That's nothing to complain about.
It's stupid.
Yeah. I mean, the movie moved along.
The Death Star being in water.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that complaint. Like, well, how did it get down there? You know, it's gravity. It fell. Now, to be honest, if something that big crashed into a planet, it probably would have wiped out all life on that planet.
Could have.
Yeah.
But we also don't know what was there before it fell.
What do you mean?
Like, that could have been a desert planet. It falls, makes a crater, and then the water comes up from the bottom.
Isn't it the Endor moon? Isn't that what they're on?
Yeah, but we've never seen the Endor moon before.
Isn't that where the Ewoks were? It's Last Jedi.
We're assuming that there's only one moon of Endor.
No, it had to have fallen onto the Endor moon it was orbiting.
Could have.
Well, it didn't all of a sudden jump to another.
Well, I mean, it's boom. So I mean, if we don't know how many moons Endor has.
No, I believe it was on that Endor moon, and that's fine. So half the moon is ocean, you know.
Yeah.
Whatever.
So when it fell, it wiped up all the trees, and boom, here's water.
Okay. I mean, it's sci-fi fantasy. Yeah. It could happen.
Anything could happen, or they used the Force to set it down.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So maybe that's how Palpatine lived. He slowed the descent of that part of.
Whoa. Slow down.
He lost the bottom half of his body.
That was another thing we didn't find.
Yeah, how did Palpatine being alive?
He used the Force.
Yes. Again, it is a fantasy sci-fi movie with Force powers.
And magic. See that thing?
Like, that's right before the dagger gets lined up.
Yeah.
The dagger that
she's got the dagger
hates.
in her hand. She's like, And you got young Indiana Jones right there.
That's Poe, right?
I know. But
you hate Poe.
I do. But he looks like Indiana Jones. Look at him.
He does. In that scene, he does look like it. He's not wearing his little scarf.
Yeah, it's scarf. He's got his whip, but it's back in the cabin with Finn.
So where is the scarf? He's wearing a scarf the entire movie. Where's the scarf?
What happened to the scarf? He left it with Finn.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, I was like, oh, keep the safe for me. I'll be back later.
All right. So,
Poe.
In conclusion with all that, though, if you did not like this movie,
you're wrong.
Absolutely wrong.
You're just wrong.
Absolutely wrong.
It is my favorite movie of all time.
It's probably It is definitely my fourth favorite Star Wars thing. What is your list? Top 5.
So this.
Okay.
Then I go Empire.
Mm-hmm.
Then Rebels.
Okay. All of Rebels?
No, just season 2.
Yeah, the season finale. Season 2.
Okay. Yeah, the season 2 finale where it's just awesome.
Yeah.
I really liked Solo.
Mm-hmm. That's your fourth Solo?
I think so.
Jedi?
I think so. And then Jedi gets knocked down to 5 now.
Okay.
Well, no, shit, I can't do that. Solo would have to be 5. Revenge of the Sith would have to be.
Yeah.
Yeah. So okay. I'd have to change that.
So mine is Empire, still first. Second is Revenge of the Sith. We have the same third. The season 2 finale of Rebels, phenomenal. Fourth would be this movie.
Yeah.
And then fifth would be Rogue One. So we part ways on Rogue One and Solo.
And Solo, yeah. I don't know. There's something about Rogue One. It's a good movie. It just didn't feel very Star Wars-y to me.
So the reason why people like Last Jedi is because it's such a departure from what Star Wars has been.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a departure from something.
Yeah. Well, I mean that's the thing they always say. It was groundbreaking to say that everything we had seen before didn't matter. Blah 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 blah. But that's why it sucked. It's part of a 9-part story.
Yeah.
And in the 8th part, you say everything you just saw didn't matter.
So we're going to make another one.
Yeah. It makes no sense. But anyway, this was a huge departure where everybody dies. That never happens in a Star Wars movie. And I just thought that was an interesting ending.
Well, Vader did that.
Well, neither did Leia.
Yeah.
She didn't die until this movie.
Where she was actually dead.
Yes.
Give it a fucking rest. Her CGI wasn't good. What the fuck did you want him to do?
Right.
Like mold a face on her skull?
Yeah, well, they used her daughter, right? For that one scene.
Hey, that's fine.
They CGI'd over her face.
I'm cool with that. This misplaced belief a little bit.
Yeah.
And enjoy the fucking movie.
Yeah. A lot of the complaints that I've heard are people who are trying to pick apart what's happening behind the scenes that they think is the reason why things are on screen. Like, just go there and enjoy the story. And that people complain about the story as well.
I mean, then we get made fun of because Last Jedi.
Right.
Because we make fun of that movie. Fuck that movie.
Right. Yeah, that movie sucked.
You're wrong.
But you know, on a good note, though, maybe you can call up the video.
I got sent by you.
Yeah.
The new Clone Wars Season 7 trailer.
Yeah. So we're going to end on a good note because this is amazing. So we're going to show it here. Right there. Somewhere.
Above my head.
Yeah.
I don't know what that is.
That was an ad.
Yeah, that's fine.
It's from Lucasfilm.
That's the guy that made this, right?
Yeah.
Will be remade.
It doesn't work.
Oh.
The Jedi and the Republic will die.
Yeah, lots of Darth Maul.
Sense a plot to destroy the Jedi.
That could have been Kanan.
Yeah. Look.
Great care.
Is that a clone?
It could be, yeah. Because there's a scene in here.
Anyone walk away from being a Jedi. We were trained to be keepers of the peace, not soldiers.
Now watch right here.
We clones
Oh, yeah?
Is it?
have mixed feelings about the war.
There's a scene right... Where is it?
That looked like a dragon. Remember, people, this is fantasy.
The plan.
Oh, maybe...
Everything is about to change.
Oh, you touching hands.
Every choice made.
Wasn't that Maul putting on the uniform?
I look like Rex dying, though. Do you see that?
It definitely wasn't Rex dying, obviously.
Yeah, we know
he's in
that.
Rebels. He's in Rebels, and he's in
He's on the Battle
Return
of
of the
Endor.
Jedi. Yeah, that's just f***ing awesome.
Yeah, I can't wait for that.
That's all
Oh, it's on the
awesome.
21st, not the 23rd.
Oh, it's 21st?
It's less than a month.
Yeah, there you go. It's only one day less than a month.
That's fine. That's 24 whole hours.
So, yeah, so that's going to be incredible. I'm hoping that they kind of fix what looks to be a problem with Clone Rebels.
And Mandalorian.
Not just well, I think they can fix that in Mandalorian. I think they can fix Mandalorian with this, or at least the beginnings of that. But I think the problem with this, like I said before to you, was she obviously has had contact with Darth Maul.
Yes.
And we just named our third favorite Star Wars thing, an episode.
And she says nothing about it.
like-
So we're going to have to go back and watch that.
Yeah, so that might be an issue.
Also, if anybody's watching this, at 24 seconds, if you pause it, there's a little baby Jedi guy standing there, and they're saying that is Ezra. Not Ezra.
Not Ezra.
I'm sorry, Kanan.
Kanan, yeah.
Sorry. He
Ezra-
looked like Ezra.
Ezra wouldn't be born yet.
No. you ain't kidding. But, so that was kind of cool, and it looks like possibly Rex and Cody are standing next to each other. So here's all kinds of cool things.
Yeah, so I think Cody dies in the end of the Clone Wars. I know they don't show it in the
movies,
but I think Cody he dies.
Kind of cool.
Otherwise he'd be with Rex.
Yeah, because he's right there.
Yeah, exactly.
And that looks like Wolf right there.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe he did leave with him.
Wolf was with him.
Yeah, so maybe he did go with him if they're showing it like this.
Yeah, it could be. It could be.
And maybe he just died.
I can't wait to see it.
Yeah.
It's going to be great.
So we'll talk about that too. Yeah, this is going to be fun.
We got a month before we can talk about that.
Yeah, it's all right. We'll figure something out.
All right, well, I think that's it.
Yes. So in recap, Last Jedi sucks, and Rise of Skywalker good.
Right, Rise of Skywalker was great.
So Juan wants us to tell you to go to myrtlebeach.games.
That's our store's website.
Yep. And then on Facebook, Myrtle Beach Games. youtube.com/Myrtle Beach Games. And if you want to buy cool clothes like what we wear.
Yeah, we're not selling that.
What?
I think there's a version of this on there.
Swag.myrtlebeach.games.
I think
Swag.
that swag.
Swag.
All right.
Can't say swag.
Yeah.
Don't have enough street
We
cred.
said so much shit.
Yeah.
We can't say swag.
I can't say swag.
All right. Well.
Bye. Have a beautiful time.
Yep. See you next time.